We're at 10034 Oso Avenue in Chatsworth, California, performing a video sewer inspection from the roof vent out to the city sewer to inspect the 4-inch line, the property sewer line, and also the 6-inch lateral from the property line to the city sewer saddle tie-in connection, which belongs to the homeowner. This is Michael with Michelangelo's Plumbing. We'll begin the sewer inspection at this time. We'll pause briefly at times to mark and locate areas, especially an area in front where the transition is from the house waste line that comes out of the house and transitions generally to 4-inch clay, so we can mark that area and possibly have the homeowner install a mainline cleanout, which would make it a lot more accessible to videotape, to inspect, and also to clean out the line if necessary. Right now we cannot locate a mainline cleanout at this point in time. We're going to run through 3-inch vent stack, which has straight drop-in transitions, the cast iron. So check that transition. Transition looks good on the vent stack. Transition is the cast iron. We got some water running in the house. We'll run through. We'll shut the water off after, which this will help us to get through all the way to the city sewer with the water running. But we will stop and locate this area where it transitions from cast iron generally to clay. Sometimes they're cast iron all the way out, which if they are, we'll still mark it at the front of the house where a mainline cleanout should be installed. We're going to run rather quickly with the water running. It's difficult with the water running to see the entire line. Can't see the bottom that great. But it looks fairly clean here. The cast iron doesn't look all that bad for the age of the house. We got a transition right here, which this is our 4-inch transition coming in here. This is probably a 4-inch test Y out in front of the house. And it's got some cracks in it right here. No root intrusion, but it appears it may not be cracks. It may just be marks. It's really difficult to tell sometimes with the water running. It may just be marks on the pipe. Okay, we'll stop right here, and we'll mark this area in front where mainline cleanout should be installed. We'll pause the voice recording for a moment. We have located and marked this area just to the right of the front porch, which is 2 foot 6 inches deep. We marked it with a yellow flag, and a mainline cleanout should be installed at this point for access. If the line ever does stop up, you have a very difficult time trying to clear this through a roof vent or anywhere else. That one joint's offset a little bit, where you can see the face of it toward the bottom and toward the left side. You see more of the face of the pipe than you do toward the top. Just offset a little bit, but there's no root growth. Doesn't look major. It's a little bit of shifting. Not something I'd worry about at this point in time. Next joint looks to be in good condition. Next joint as well, in fairly good condition. That joint looks to be in good condition. This is still all 4-inch property line. There's a bit of shifting as well. As you can see, you can't see the pipe at the top, but you can see at the bottom. And when I hit it with the camera, it does want to bounce a little bit, but not terrible. This joint, you got some shifting here as well, where you see at the top left-hand corner, you see the pipe. You can't see it at the right. Same thing with the next joint. Now we got some separation in this area. You got some pretty good separation. You got some root intrusion and a little bit of mortar to the right. We'll mark that area on the way back. We're at about 70 feet. So we'll mark this area when we come back out. This joint looks to be fair. It's got some separation in it, not terrible, but it's got some separation in it. Those two joints are kind of linked together, so they've got some separation. This area is broken. Well, we can see a little bit are shifted. We got something sticking up in the joint. It's separated. Maybe it's just cracked right there a little bit. We got a crack inside. You can see the line. Got a little bit of a crack. Not terrible, but you don't have major root intrusion, but you can see where it's holding back water right here. Some separation as well, holding back a little bit of water. Again, not terrible. Still in a maintainable condition. That joint looks to be in fairly good condition. That joint looks to be in fairly good condition. That joint as well looks to be in fairly good condition. That joint looks good. That joint's offset and cracked right there. See the crack right there at the top corner of the camera in that fitting. It's shifted and it cracked the pipe. Kind of hard to get over that joint. You got to bounce it over that joint. The next joint is shifted and offset as well, and those joints are all in the 6-inch city lateral, where we transition from the 4-inch to the 6-inch, which we'll pull back and we'll mark. Right now, this 6-inch pipe has a lot of shifting in it and has some cracks and breaks in it. This 6-inch lateral should be lined, should have a liner installed. So it should be excavated at the 4 to 6-inch connection out by the sidewalk area and install a liner in the 6-inch. The 4-inch does not appear to be in terrible condition. But this area here has a pretty good offset in it right there. Has a separate and a pretty good offset in it. And now we're going to pull back. We're going to show the condition. Find out, we're going to locate 4 to 6-inch transition on the property, and we're going to mark that area out. just want to mark our footage, our 6-inch lateral. So we keep getting stuck right there on that offset, and that is where it's cracked and broken. So we would come into this point. Come right into that point with the liner. Okay, right at about 100 feet. About 99 feet 10 inches. I'm going to pull back. Usually the lateral is about 30 to 35 feet long. So we should come back to the transition at about 65 to 70 feet. And we'll see the transition from the 4-inch to 6-inch pipe. Pretty good offset right there. That's still 6-inch at that point. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to tell depending upon what kind of fittings they use to determine where the 4 to 6-inch transitions, but that's it, right at about 70 feet, about 30 feet long. We'll get back in here and you'll be able to see right here where the pipe gets larger, right there. That's where it transitions from 4-inch to 6-inch. You can see here it's 4-inch and it goes into a little bit bigger pipe. So we're going to mark it right here now. This is where it would have to be excavated to install the liner in this 6-inch pipe. It's otherwise, if it's let go for any length of time, it continues to shift and separate and break. Where it's cracked already, it will move and shift, and then you have to dig it up. Generally, you can't even install a liner once it gets to a certain point. So we're going to locate this area right now. Doesn't look too bad. 6-inch from the sidewalk in the city center. A lot of separations in it. Has some cracks and breaks in it. Right now, the line is 6-inch. But if you let go for any length of time, then it moves and it shifts to a certain point to get line. Then you either have to dig it up or try and put a liner in it to get the biggest crease at the bottom. Probably right around $5,500 to $5,800. Okay, we have marked out the 4-inch to 6-inch transition, which is right by the sidewalk area, almost straight out from where we marked the 4-inch connection going from cast iron to clay. Alright, we're going to pull out now and conclude our video sewer inspection. As I said, the 4-inch is not in terrible condition, it's in fair condition. It's an older clay line which may need some maintenance later, or will definitely need replacement in the future, but how long it will last we don't know. Pulling back up through the cast iron. Well, we can see the cast iron appears to be in pretty fair condition considering the age. Has a life expectancy generally of about 80 years. I don't see any major holes in the line, which sometimes we will see. We'll see where it's actually crumbled and caved in, and we'll see the earth coming through the line. Now we're coming back up. You can see where the camera's dangling a little bit. Coming back up to through the roof vent to the roof. That concludes our video sewer inspection.